and they eventually dismissed my case, which is fascinating. Most people think I was convicted, and if you asked an audience of 100 people, 90 of them, if you asked an audience of 100 people and said, how many of you were sorry that General Flynn had to go to jail? 90 people would raise their hands. I never went to jail.
Yeah, it's crazy. I thought
never
you were
convicted.
I thought you were convicted, but then right before I did, I wanted to brush up on you, and I saw the case was dismissed, but then it was so confusing written up, but then wait, they threw the case out.
Right.
I thought there was conviction too.
Right. I did plead guilty. I pled guilty for one specific purpose, and that was because of them going after my son, my oldest son, which was unbelievable.
So dirty.
And the film, Flynn. Deliver the truth, whatever the cost. In that film, I talk about that because it has to do with mental health issues and difficult times that my family goes through. Right? I mean, guys. So everybody goes, "Oh, he's a general." Hey, shit. We all got problems in our families, right? I mean, I'm nothing special. I'm like anybody else. I just happen to work hard to get to where I was, just like about
exactly.
working hard to become a world champion. I mean, you just people can think what they want, but. In 2017, 2018, I was the most Googled name in the world. And if you Google my name, you're going to find he committed treason. He's a traitor. He's working for Vladimir Putin. I mean, it was all based on a lie. That lie started from a document that was created by Hillary Clinton and her campaign to go against Trump, to use it as a lie to say.
Right, that was proven.
Oh no, the whole thing. I mean, this is all factual.
Yeah.
So the document was going to be used to show that Russia wanted Trump to win, when it was just the opposite. Actually, Russia wanted Hillary to win, and so that's what they did. Now her campaign and Hillary created this document. They then inserted it into the U.S. government, into the intelligence community while Barack Obama was president. And John Brennan, former director of the CIA, on the 3rd of August, 2016. Okay, so I'm not just saying shit. Yeah. I mean, these are exact things. 3 August 2016. John Brennan, director of the CIA, presents that to Barack Obama. So Barack Obama later on told the American people he didn't know anything about it. Right? He did. He was given that document. He was given it on the 3rd of August 2016 by his director of the CIA, and they knew then. Okay, this is happening, so we're gonna let this thing play out, because they didn't want Donald Trump to win, and they actually didn't believe he was going to win anyway, but they didn't want him to win, so that was going to be one of the sort of the insurance policy to make sure that he didn't. And then
they even said that, I believe, in interviews.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, the director of counterespionage for the FBI, his name is Peter Strzok.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one that said it to his girlfriend, who was he was married. The girlfriend was the number 2 lawyer in the FBI, Lisa or Paige, and they're sleeping together. And he says, "Don't worry about it, honey. We got an insurance policy in case this happens." Well, you're looking at the insurance policy, okay? And so fast forward, on the 5th of January of 2017 is the day that the coup began. And on that day, in the Oval Office, another meeting with Barack Obama and Joe Biden, current president Joe Biden. He was vice president at the time. Director of National Intelligence, Director of the CIA, Director of the FBI, National Security Advisor, and Acting Attorney General for the United States were all in that meeting, 5th of January, 2017. And in that meeting, they decided we got to get Flynn out. We cannot have Flynn be in that job because it would be too dangerous for us, and we are not going to be able to go after Trump, because Flynn, like they say, knows where the bodies are buried, and I do.
Yeah, we'll get to it later, but I think they probably don't like some of your policies. But it's to me, I lived in San Francisco during all that, and it was so concerning to me that a lot of my liberal friends didn't care that they were doing a coup just because they didn't like Trump. Like, if they were trying to do a coup against Joe Biden, I would be. So
when you say your
concerned.
liberal friends, are they Democrats?
A lot of them have switched over. I've switched most of my friends over.
Well, to being Republican, but at the time, if they were liberal, they're probably Democrat.
I
was a Democrat.
Yeah,
I was a Democrat. I was a Democrat when I went into the White House. I was a Democrat. When I ran and helped Trump win, because this is not about Democrats and Republicans anymore.
Right.
This is about communism and whether or not we're going to have a country called America and be based on a constitutional, be based on on the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and have a rule of law that's effective and fair for all. I don't care whether somebody's purple with pink polka dots. What I care about is that we have a fair system of government that takes care of its citizens, protects the safety and security of our citizens. You know, I served in the military for a long, long time. I was born on an Army base. My father was a retired sergeant. He was part of the European invasion during World War II. He fought in Korea for 2.5 years. I mean, my old man was a tough Irishman, and I have brothers and sisters who have served in the military or married to guys in the military. My whole family's, you know, I have a son serving overseas right now. I have a brother who's still in the Army. So, I mean, that's my family, and I was a Democrat. My family was Democrats, and so they came after me because it was like, we can't have this guy in there. Yeah. And part of it was because, I mean, Barack Obama appointed me into 2 really critical jobs. I mean, because Barack Obama, he made me director of the Defense Intelligence Agency.
Yes, you had like massive positions in government.
Yeah,
like you were some small guy they went after.
No, it's exactly. And I mean, I was the most senior intelligence officer in the entire Department of Defense in uniform.
So you had full clearance to everything, all the
completely. And then when I went into as the national security advisor for Trump, I had full access and sat there next to Trump when we got fully read on to the entire nuclear code and nuclear, systems and processes that we have.